Hello and welcome, RCSchim in the hangar. Sorry, it's been some time. Finally got an Immersion Rapidfire module. It gets really good critics, so really looking forward to flying this. It's a quite small box. I had this cheap Quantum module inside. It was only like 50 bucks. It served me well. So the only reason for me to take apart the goggles really was getting out this diversity cable from the old module. On my goggles model, the old HDs, you need this auxiliary power board, which goes into the head tracker port. The flat cable has to be mounted here with the metal contacts facing up. To connect this, you simply slide this black plastic part to the front, then you insert the cable and then you close it. There's even some tape on the inside of this cable, so you just tape it here and then apply a sticker over it. So it's a really simple installation. If you have newer goggles like the HDOs, then it's totally plug and play. You only plug in the main module on this side. Do not have to use the power board. So insert the module here, take off the plastic part, then it's easier. See, it's a nice fit. So you have two different bay door covers. I think I saw that they are also available in white, paintable if you don't like the strawberry red. They just know that most of us use these immersion patches, and they supply an announced sticker for the immersion patch. And of course the Fat Shark sticker that will cover the ribbon cable. Covering the ugly hole I have in my broken bay door. I had to modify the original bay door, so it's broken. This nice Rotorite sticker. I also could have gone with some black sheep stickers, but they don't suit to the Fat Sharks and Immersion's theme here. The fact that I see some numbers there, and I hopefully also see a picture. Yes, my goggles still work and the module works. Really looking forward to fly with this. Those Fat Sharks, they are worth their money, and you invest once and have them for a quite long time. I'm walking a bit for you, doing rapid fire testing. How the Rapidfire outperforms a standard diversity receiver. That's the woods I've chosen to test Rapidfire. I'll go all the way up there. See if I still have reception if I turn around this corner at the front there. So, my trusty little Vortex Mojo with SPV antenna. The copter will be set to 25 milliwatt. Yes, the Rapidfire, it would also get two SPV antennas of the same type. And that's the comparison. I mean, this is the FR632. I like this a lot because it works. And that has the new FXT DVR, which records in 50 frames. So it's a bit of an unfair comparison when it comes to image quality. This DVR, of course, is better than the Fat Shark DVR, and it has double the frame rate and nice colors. But it's really mainly a test about the reception quality, and I will swap these antennas to also have SPV from FIRMWARE, which I might go to at the moment. Of course, this thing has a slight advantage because it will be stationary, whereas my head is moving a bit. But since these omnis are omnis, it shouldn't affect the image quality too much. This is the way I mount the FIRMWAREs on the Immersion. You should only turn it on if you already have video. So I always plug in and turn on receiver first. Make sure it actually receives signal. Then I plug in the DVR. The DVR boots up quite fast, and you just press the button here. So what I wish for this device would be it copes with whatever comes in terms of signal first, and it auto records. So I just want to fire this ground station up and forget it and be sure that this thing always records, which to my understanding at the moment it doesn't. So that being said, that's a little annoyance, but the quality of this thing is good. So now I will get this thing, so it's a bit lower to the ground. That's a disadvantage too, but it will be there where I stand. This is the copter, let's get it on. Okay, so let's take a look at those two DVR footages. As I said, the one from the FXT looks better in terms of frame rate and maybe picture quality, but just take a look at the reception quality, and I think the Rapidfire will be better here in this environment. On the right side you see the DVR from FXT, which records in 50 frames and uses the FR632 standard diversity receiver. You see how it gets problems already with 25 milliwatts. And on the left side you see the Immersion Rapidfire. The bar on top shows you the two RSSI signals, top and bottom antenna. And on the right side of the bar you see the happiness meter, basically the Rapidfire quality it gets out of fusing images together. The FatJack DVR skips frames, so that's why it's ahead here. Here I flew away a bit farther while still standing in the wood. You see, most of the time with Rapidfire you get away. On a normal receiver you get nervous with all that flickering and rolling. And basically it takes away the fun. And after my initial slow flights I tried to find a good line here to simulate a race and fly faster through the woods. I was quite amazed how well it works with 25 milliwatts, and I could really see well all the time and didn't have any issues. The standard diversity receiver didn't work too bad here, I have to confess, but you see you get a lot of flickering and that's kind of annoying too, so definitely an advantage on the Rapidfire. My first flights on the open field, I was a bit disappointed with the Rapidfire, and that's the point of my video maybe already. Don't get it if you only fly like normal planes on a field. It's more for the freestylers, for the race pilots, and for guys who rip bandos and go behind all kinds of stuff. There it really shines. So how's this vlogging style? I get a new phone. Delivers so much on the quality aspect that I get too lazy to bring my real camera with me. So let me know in the comments if you dig my quality downgrade for more spontaneous vloggings and more content just. So I will head up to my standard spot, the Eichberg, and see if I find a few spots and maybe a direct comparison between open field performance and kind of flying through the woods performance. Maybe you can also call this a little test of the Galaxy S10, as that's my new phone, and I kind of want to test out how good of a vlogging device it can be. Man, those phones really deliver, especially this phone with this camera. It has 3 lenses, ultra wide, normal and telephoto. Telephoto is nice to film some friends flying their planes at the field. And also the selfie cam is quite good. It could film in 4K. I stick with 1080p to get the stabilizer. is the stabilization on this shaky mount? I don't think it will look too good. There's also an ultra stable mode. Let me switch to this. It kind of moves up and down a bit, but we'll see. I don't think it can compare to the GoPro Hypersmooth. We will see. How about this? Oh, there's soft targets as well. Need to take care of this. Okay, up on my standard spot, which is really nice because it has obstacles like this here, and it has this open field, lot of open field, and it also has these woods around here, which I will try to fly through. Super easy and fast to deploy my equipment, which I like, which gets you to fly more. I will basically fly in there, around, and come out there, and it's really not spectacular here, the amount of interference you get in the woods with the normal diversity receiver on the right side. So that was maybe not too far into the woods. But still you can see that the immersion, the Rapidfire image is crystal clear most of the time, where a normal diversity gives you some flickers. What you also see, if I fly away further, the image of the left picture, the Rapidfire actually gets a bit worse than the ground station diversity on the right side. Flying over the trees where you get some blocking, the Rapidfire is better once again. One thing to be considered though, the FR632 ground station receiver I use here is one of the best receivers I have. So comparing it to a goggles module is almost unfair. So that goes to say, you see how much quality you get with the Rapidfire module in the goggles. The RF mode was mode 1. I haven't yet found out what really is the difference between mode 1 and mode 2. The third mode, the legacy mode, kinda disables the wild magic of this module and just acts as a normal diversity receiver if your camera is off standard. But some camera developers just don't stick to the standards that were set in the 60s, and that gave it some rather negative feedback when it first came out. I flew with the Predator, Foxeer Predator, and Foxeer seems to be compatible nicely. Here compared the Rapidfire mode 1 and mode 2. I found no significant difference between mode 1 and mode 2. I felt like mode 1 was better, and it also gives you the RSSI bars, which are nice to see. You see how much range you have left, so I will stick with mode 1. Okay, so I really felt more comfortable flying out further with the patch, of course, with the little patch on my goggles. I've also seen this on the flight field. I flew like 10 meters behind me, behind my patch, and had terrible reception where the normal SPV should have had good one. So that's something to consider if you don't fly out too far. I would stick with the two Omnis. Some guys already did long tests with different antennas, so maybe you check out theirs. I will link them below. About battery usage, it is a good idea to have kind of a big battery. I have these 18650 Lion cells in here in this larger Fat Shark case, so those are 3000 milliamp and they hold up quite nice. I mean, today I flew like 45 minutes with it and it still has all the bars. But this module, of course, is a bit more power hungry than your normal module. Hence the power cable and the second power board over here. I just wanted to show you in the about that I'm on 1.2.6, which I installed today with no issues. Flashing the firmware was really easy. Mine came with 1.2.4 and now 1.2.6 is out. So you hold the joystick and insert the USB cable, and you simply use this updater from Immersion to flash the latest firmware here. It was really a blast flying here. Not only the testing was fun, but the actual flying. Okay, this guy forgot to mention one thing at the end of his video, because he's a bit out of shape when it comes to videos. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Subscribe, comment, and let me know what are your experiences with the Rapidfire, if you have it already, or if you don't have it, are you gonna get it? I would recommend it. I also want to thank Banggood for sending it to me as a review sample. It was one of these items that I was really eager to see. I should have gotten it in July 2018, but the postman somewhat lost it, and so I never got it from Immersion, but now from Banggood. Thanks, see you next time, bye.